This story begins when a girl named Polly looks over to the other garden and finds a boy named Diggory. They soon become great friends. One day, as they're playing, they go inside an attic and discover a secret tunnel. The secret tunnel will lead them to any of the houses along the row. Skipping from rafter to rafter, they end up accidentally going into Uncle Andrew's study. Uncle Andrew is Diggory's uncle, who is a magician. As they walk in, Uncle Andrew mischievously asks Polly if she would like to try on a ring. When she touched the ring, she vanished. Diggory, worried about her, also touched the ring and vanished. They found themselves in a forest full of pools. Diggory adventurously wants to jump into one of the pools, so he does. Polly unhappily goes with him as well. They find themselves in a place without life. They find statues of very elegant people. And they also found a bell that had some writing on it. Diggory rings the bell, and a young, beautiful woman comes alive. As they were walking with her, they found out that she was the destroyer of that world, and that she wanted to come to their world and rule over it. At the first chance they could, they slipped on their rings and left. The young woman, also known as Queen Jadis, held on to Diggory and went with them. The queen was powerless in the forest. Diggory and Polly tried to leave her there, but she held on as they went into earth. They ended up back in Uncle Andrew's study. Uncle Andrew was greatly astonished of the beauty and power of the woman. She made Uncle Andrew her slave. The queen attempted to take over the whole world. She created ruckus in London, and so then Diggory tried to get her back to the forest, and as he was doing that, he grabbed her ankle as he touched the ring, Polly on by his side, and Uncle Andrew with them, and the cabbie and the horse. They came to the forest, and then the horse accidentally fell into a pool, and they all fell in with it. In an instant, it was pitch black dark, and the cabbie began to speak.
Oughtn't we to be nearly there now?
We do seem somewhere. At least I'm standing on something solid.
Why, so am I, now that I come to think of it. But why is it so dark? I say, do you think we got into the wrong pool?
Perhaps this is Charn, only we've got back into the middle of the night.
This is not Charn. This isn't empty. This is nothing. My doom has come upon me.
Oh, don't say that. My dear young lady, pray don't say such things. I can't be as bad as that. Ah, cabman, my good man, you don't happen to have a flask about you? A drop of spirits is just what I need.
Now then. Keep cool, everyone. That's what I say. No bones broken, anyone? Good. Well, there's something to be thankful for straight away, and more than anyone could expect for after falling all that way. Now, if we've fallen down some diggings, as it might be for a new station on the underground, someone will come and get us out presently, see? And if we're dead, which I don't deny it might be, well, you got to remember that worse things happen at sea, and a chap's got to die sometime, and there ain't nothing to be afraid of if a chap's led a decent life. And if you ask me, I think the best thing we could do to pass the time would be to sing a hymn. Safely gathered in.
Now, my boy, slip on your ring. Let's be off.
Fool! Have you forgotten that I can hear men's thoughts? Let go of the boy. If you attempt treachery, I will take such vengeance upon you as never was heard of in all the worlds from the beginning.
And if you think I am such a mean pig as to go off and leave Polly and Cabby and the horse and the place like this, you are mistaken. You are a very naughty, impertinent little boy.
Hush!
At that moment, a beautiful sound was heard. You could begin to see the light. The song was coming from a lion. As he kept singing, something new grew. He created animals, and he picked two by two of each animals, and gathered them in a circle. The animals he chose were the talking animals. Diggory went up to the lion, which was named Aslan, and asked if he could do anything for his sick mother. Aslan called Diggory the son of Adam, and he told him that he had brought evil into the world when it was barely even started. Aslan sent Diggory on a mission to find the silver apple that would help restore the evil he brought into the world. While he was in the garden getting the apple, he encountered Jadis. She tried to tempt him to eat the apple, but he didn't because he had to do this for Aslan. After he brought the apple back to Aslan, Aslan planted it, and it restored the evil. Then he named the king and queen of Narnia, the first king and queen of Narnia, who was Frank the cabbie and his wife Helen. Then Aslan took Diggory, Polly, and Uncle Andrew back to London, and Diggory gave his mother an apple to restore her health.